I don't want to be out there in this country, in this political atmosphere. I could get shot by the left or the right.
Yeah, well.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm your guest host, Chris Keane. I'm here with Misha and the very funny Kurt Metzger. Kurt's favorite comedian is back in the news, Bill Maher.
Why?
Kurt's biggest influence.
He got my emails?
Bill Maher refuses to do stand-up comedy again because, quote, I could get shot by the left or the right. I don't want to be out there in this country in this political atmosphere. Kurt, are you trying to gun down Bill Maher again? I told you to stop doing that.
There's no young person other than a black hooker he owes money to that is that angry at him. Well, young people, Bill Maher is like, first of all, his positions are indefensible. He made religious, remember?
Yes, I saw that.
How religious people are nuts and we're going to have World War III. And now he fully supports the terrorist Ben Gvir wing of Israel.
Yeah, that is.
Which, what is it, like at least 70% of the justification of Israel is the Bible story.
Yes.
Okay? Which he hates the Bible. And, so that's a very strange thing to have to reconcile on stage. I bet it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I found that movie really weird. He would like go into churches and be like, "What's wrong with you people?" It's like, really? Is this
everybody
helping?
gets a talking to except Netanyahu? That guy is just on point.
Right.
Okay, Bill, that makes sense.
Well, here's Bill here talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
he's gonna be shot with a great point.
Got off the road this year I had been doing it for
Really?
Yeah. I stopped doing it at the end of 20.
What made you stop?
A number of things. Just got tired of the travel, obviously. I miss doing it. Also, I feel like it was a great choice because I don't want to be out there in this country, in this political atmosphere. I could get shot by the left or the right.
Yeah, well, at this point.
It's a good time to not be out there. And also, apropos of this discussion, I just got tired of being...
Who's trying to gun down Bill Maher? I feel like if you asked anyone under 50 who's Bill Maher, most people wouldn't even know. I like Bill Maher to some extent, but this stuff is also a little ridiculous.
Well, in his head, what happened to Charlie Kirk. But even Charlie Kirk was more resonant with younger people that would be hate him or love him.
Yes.
Than Bill Maher. I don't think Bill Maher understands that.
Yeah,
his interview with Hawk Tua did not bring in the young viewers that he thought it would. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, man.
Twice as funny as people who were selling twice as many tickets as me.
Okay.
And that's just you know what? That's partly because
he's twice as funny as people selling twice as many tickets as him.
Now, here I thought Marin wasn't narcissistic enough.
Right.
I'm on TV every week, so not that I didn't sell a lot of tickets and do great theaters, but I didn't sell arenas, and some people did who, frankly, are not that great. But when the audience is 35 to 45. They don't want to see somebody 70. It's your thing about, the searchers. I want to see my generation.
Right, someone new.
And okay. So I still have my show. I have this. I didn't need it. I miss it. But that's part of what it is I see some of the comedy that is popular today, and some of it's good, and some of it is like, yeah, it's just like the rap thing. Like, I do like some rap, but like lots of new music. It's like,
what did he say?
Yeah, I get that these kids.
He's saying he doesn't get rap music these days, just like he doesn't get a lot of comedy these days.
Well, most white people have no idea what rap is.
Right.
But
exactly.
Dave Chappelle, someone attacked with a knife that identified as a gun.
Yeah,
people have been attacked, not to him.
Yes. I do think this is a bad sign for the country and for comedy overall. The fact that. And who knows if he's even being honest here, but if he is actually concerned about getting shot or killed or whatever, it's a terrible sign. Bill Maher's been on TV for years. He's talked about politics in public for years. He was canceled off of his show back in the day for making comments about 9/11. And he
when he would say something.
Right.
He's completely owned by Netanyahu, either financially or just mentally.
But it's
this is his bullshit with Israel. All of this.
Yeah, but I think it's very telling of how bad of a place we're at that someone like him is actually concerned about performing, if that is true, because he's been through a lot of stuff in the past that never stopped him before.
Well, maybe someone will notice it finally. We're in a bad place. I don't know. What does it take for people to notice that the whole thing's a scam? What else does it take?
Yeah, I don't.
Bill, you lost Bill Maher's tour.
Well, it's not a good sign when any comedian is scared to perform, especially someone who's been in controversies before. and it didn't stop him before. So Bill Maher told Patton
Bill Maher will
Oswalt,
show up and bomb at spots, and they're like, "How do you want me to bring you up?" You go, "Tell them it's a special treat." And you go up and bomb. It's amazing. He just now feels this way. I'm just
maybe he'll start doing open mics again. That would be fun. Bill Maher told Patton Oswalt on the latest episode of the Club Random podcast he is no longer interested in hitting the road for stand-up comedy shows given the country's intense political divide. The often outspoken Maher regularly stirs up backlash from both sides of the political aisle on his HBO talk show Real Time. I don't want to be out there in this country in this political atmosphere. I could get shot by the left or the right, Maher said. It's a good time to not be out there. Maher also acknowledged that he is tired of the travel and tired of being twice as funny as people who are. I wish I had that confidence. That is unbelievable.
Well, I mean, great. Like, how does your paying audience feel about it?
Right.
That's how you know.
Right. So he noted that because I'm on TV every week, it gives fans less incentive to buy tickets. Who's watching TV anymore? No one is watching TV.
Well, if you are paying for TV, so I'll bet you're like, I don't need to. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I don't need to go out again. I just saw Bill Maher on HBO.
Yeah, that's true. Not that I didn't sell a lot of tickets. Don't get the wrong impression. And he did great theaters, but I didn't sell arenas, and some people did. This just sounds like bitter complaining, so I don't understand this part of this.
This is the weakest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
I feel like so he's just saying his last special was his best, and Bill Maher is a big fan of Bill Maher. That's what I've learned from this segment. Maher has upset the left in recent months by attacking crazies in the Democratic Party who have gone too woke, while he drew backlash from the right for speaking out against ABC's suspension of Jimmy Kimmel last month. Maher made headlines in March when he said he was partial to some of the things Donald Trump is doing in his second administration as president, which drew scorn from fellow comedians like Mark Maron. Now, right. Well, there isn't a comedian alive that Mark Maron hasn't been mad at. But
Mark never said anything about me. But I mean, I don't.
Well, I
better watch. Yeah.
I'll say something about you, Kurt. I'm a big fan. I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. But say what you want about Bill Maher. He's the only guy I think on network television, on mainstream television, that would do these things that you see here, that would criticize both sides and have any semblance of a nuanced conversation. So that I do appreciate about Maher.
Until it comes to Israel, right. He'll cut you off.
Of course.
And in religious lists, he does that to one of those Orthodox Jews that doesn't like Israel.
Yes.
He just cuts him off. He goes, I'm not listening to this crap. Right. So you never get the argument from that guy.
Yeah.
At the time, I didn't care. But now looking back, he's been owned since then, at least. Just based on that.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. After the shooting death of Charlie Kirk in September, Maher told viewers that it's pointless to debate whether or not Democrats or Republicans are worse because both sides are guilty of rampant toxicity.
Yeah, let's just get behind Israel and shut our mouths, you know? That's right.
You know, it's funny. You say stuff like that and people call you like a fascist. I've been called a fascist for saying stuff like that. For just saying that both sides are equally.
Who do you hang out with? People that I would never even give 5 seconds of my time to.
A lot of woke comedians who I love.
They stink. And guess where they are? And all of them would sell out any one of their fake ass principles for this much of anything in the business.
Yeah.
I watched it for years and years and years, so I already know who they are.
Yep. Well, Bill Maher, as arrogant as ever, but I do appreciate what he does, and I think he does he makes good points about that the left that both sides are guilty of these.
He's got
things.
good writers, some of whom are
Yeah.
A lot of his friends. I have friends that are writers of his.
Oh, that's cool.
Some of them are like, they don't like me because of Jimmy now. Like, I don't even know if Feldo still works there, but I was very curious because I know Bill has dinner with Netanyahu and shit. He's a regular Tim Pool.
Oh, I didn't know
He has
that.
a regular Chatham House with the guy.
Damn. Well, here we are again. So I like that he calls out both sides. No one else on television's doing that. And
right. Not both sides for supporting a literal genocide.
Well, yeah, not that. We'll let that slide.
For the nonsense thing that the same oligarchs that support the genocide gave us called woke, which it was called social justice warriors, if you remember. It wasn't called woke. They stole that off of Erica Badu, off of Black Twitter. The whole thing's been nonsense the whole time.
Yes. And I just think it's a bad sign that a veteran comic is quitting for reasons like this. And
he's a huge narcissist.
That makes it even worse. So, I mean, think of that. He's a huge narcissist and he's stopping performing. A narcissist would not want to stop performing.
I've seen this a bunch of times. The guy that shows up and thinks he's going to go do some late night show after he's grown fat from his regular HBO plum assignment. That's what the deal is. So you're not even related to. You show up and then you see some kid that I don't know is talking about pussy or whatever bothers him, and then he goes up with his tepid, except when it comes to Israel, then it's extreme takes on things.
Yeah,
like it's his HBO audience. It's not going to be like that.
Right.
These people are vain, dude. The reason I'm a failed comic, and here's why I'm a failed comic. I do stand up for a living. I don't have a thing of like, oh, maybe I'll stop because I don't feel safe. Hey, dude, I started out in all black shit in Philly. Shut the fuck up. You don't feel safe. What a bitch.
Well, I would like to live in a world where we can feel free to speak our mind, do comedy, not worried about getting shot.
You can.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Well, no, you always have to worry about being shot.
And I think I don't want to be,
not to be shot.
I don't mean to sound too crazy. I think it is a rarity that things like that would happen. But the fact that anyone would even be worried about that in America, I think is a bad sign. All right.
The most shooty place in the
world. See me on tour in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Waikiki, Hawaii, and the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.